Jasper is a mineral that is primarily composed of silica. It has trace amounts of other elements that give jasper its unique colors and patterns. For example, the presence of iron oxides can create the red coloration, with hematite being responsible for the black. It is a typically opaque member of the chalcedony family and is found all over the world. This piece is from the west coast of Washington. Let's polish it with a Dremel. As always, we're starting this process with the diamond-coated grinding drum. You can check the description for links if you're interested in any of the tools I'm using. The goal here is to get every side as flat and smooth as possible. This is the most time-consuming part, but doing a good job here will greatly affect the result at the end. This side looks good enough to me to move on to the next side. I usually like to do the biggest sides first because they determine most of the overall shape and size. This feels like a good time to mention that anytime you're creating dust like this, no matter what craft you're doing, you need to be wearing breathing protection. Rock dust is particularly dangerous, so please protect your lungs with a mask. I wear a half-face respirator like this one. Now that the two big sides are done, we just pick a side to start next and get back to work until all the sides have been smoothed. We're going to continue shaping all sides until I achieve what I like to call the rough shape. The rough shape is not the final shape. I'm going to go over the rock several times before moving on to the sanding. As I mentioned, this is very time consuming, but I've put together a time lapse so I can show you about how much work was done. Once that's done, the rock gets scrubbed with a toothbrush to help release any dust trapped. Let's get right to the sanding. I'm excited to see how this turns out. Starting with 60 grit, then 80, 100, 150, 240, 400, 800. I started noticing some cloudiness. Let me be honest and say we've known for a long time we need a water drip system while we polish. Turns out it was far simpler and more affordable than we thought. I used a 2-liter bottle, some aquarium tubing, self-watering plant stakes with control valves, and some cotton rope. This works beautifully. I won't spend too much time thinking about how nice it would have been to have this through the shaping process because I'm too happy to finally have some fresh water running on the rock. I backed down to 400 grit to remove the cloudiness, and then we're back on track to 800. $1,200, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, and finally $10,000. I like to add a few drops of mineral oil. It cleans the rock and gives it a nice wet look. You can see how big of a difference it makes. After that, I let the rock sit untouched for 24 hours and it's done. I'm happy with how this one turned out. Let's have a look at it in the sunlight. This Jasper pushed me to my limit and made me engineer a cheap water drip system, so it'll always be a special piece. It's a gift for a friend of mine and I hope he enjoys it. I usually get asked how much time it takes for me to polish a rock, so I added it up, and this one took 9.6 hours. Thanks for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel.